This is the 2019 Hyundai Kona EV, also known as electric. It costs 45,599 Canadian dollars for the preferred trim level and 51,999 for the ultimate, like the one we have here today. It has 201 horsepower and 290 pound-feet of torque, which is premium sports sedan territory. The motor is mated to a single-speed transmission and it is front-wheel drive. The battery pack is 64 kilowatt hours. On a level 2 charger, it will take about 9 hours to charge. However, it will return more than 400 kilometers, which is really good. Obviously, you do have the option to find a better level 2 charger with more kilowatts and charge faster. Looks-wise, I'm not a really big fan. I do like the rear end and the side profile, but the front is kind of an eyesore to me. The regular gas-powered Kona is marginally better, but this EV with this silly engraved design on the bumper really doesn't cut it for me. Oh, and those wheels? No thanks. Inside, the first impressions are like a cool breeze on a hot sunny day. But upon closer inspection, it all seems to slowly fall apart, just like those Instagram models. The design is very nice. The color scheme is supposed to look kind of electric, but it just looks like the nursery of a little baby boy. The materials used are all pretty low rent, and fit and finish is just average. Usability, though, is fantastic. Everything has been laid out in a very nice, logical way. Everything is exactly where you want to find it. I do get a bit confused with the temperature knob and the volume knob, but that's just me. I'll get used to it. I do like the fact that there's plenty of storage. I love the wireless charging. I like how the USB ports are all very accessible. The cup holders are great. Storage under here is amazing. The door cards fit a whole bottle. I have no complaints. And I really like the hidden compartment under here, which currently my sound recorder lives. The infotainment system is also functionally very good. It's quick to respond. It supports Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. The resolution of the screen and the brightness are great. So really, there's no complaints there as well. The rear view camera isn't really HD, but it's not bad, so I don't mind it. Equipment-wise, this ultimate model gets a nice pop-up heads-up display, blind spot monitors, heated and ventilated front seats, power driver's seat, sunroof, and a decent sound system. It also has lane keep assist that works quite well and helps you on long drives as you start to get tired. And I say that because the seats, they're not the most comfortable seats in the world, and also the cabin, it ain't the quietest. There's very significant wind noise reaching my ears, and that kind of takes a toll on me if I don't have the music pumping. Also keep in mind that in an EV, sound suppression matters more than usual. I like that in the instrument cluster it tells you what you just did, like change the wipers or the lights, or open the door. It's a very nice way to avoid confusion. That should be standard nowadays. It really helps. Roominess is okay in the front seats. The trunk is also not bad, but roominess in the back is absolutely terrible. Anything with non-detachable legs will really suffer back there. And if you're considering this for a family, look elsewhere immediately. Trying to sit behind where I drive was next to impossible for me, and pushing my seat a bit more forward to make more room made my driving position extremely uncomfortable. On the passenger side, it was a bit more doable, so you can consider this a 3-seater. But does that make any sense? At least on the road, the Kona is a pretty nice thing to drive. The steering feels good, and I really like that these paddle shifters, you can on the fly adjust your auto regen settings, or if you hold the left one down, it actually applies extra regen to enable the car to come to a complete stop, because just by lifting off the gas, that's not possible. You can adjust the regen strength via the driving modes as well, so you can kind of have a default setting for every drive mode. In sport mode, the car gives you all the power that's available. No matter how fast you're going, there's always torque to make you go faster. From a dead stop to 100 kilometers an hour, we did it in 7.5, although we were struggling with quite a lot of wheel spin, so traction control took over there. Overall performance is not an issue at all. This car is pretty quick. There is a drawback though, as we've noted before with tall crossovers that are front-wheel drive, and that is wheel spin. Even on a bone-dry day like today, if you go on the gas a bit harder than, let's say, 50%, it will spin the wheels, especially if you have some steering input, for sure. So the problem is, what happens in the wet and in the snow? Go figure. Front-wheel drive plus crossover, you know we don't approve that combo. Under 20 kilometers an hour, There's a hum that sounds like the robotic apocalypse is coming. Handling is good though. Around the corners, it is very capable and it won't scare. But obviously, if you push too hard, you'll get tons of lean, understeer, and a very unhappy stability control system. The ride is also a little bit on the stiff side. I was expecting better handling because the suspension is tuned a little bit too hard. Didn't get that handling that I was expecting, but I'm not getting the comfort I'm expecting. And you know what? In this kind of car, making it softer is not a bad thing. Over bumps, it does settle quickly, but only after shaking up the passengers quite a lot. At night, it's very nice to drive as well. The interior lights up very nicely, and the headlights are very bright, so no complaints there. Overall, the Kona Electric is a very nice EV for those who need the extra height, so easier access in and out, or better ground clearance. However, the rear roominess really holds it back from being a really good all-rounder. For families, I think the Nissan Leaf Plus with a similar range is probably a better choice. But if you don't care about other passengers and do mostly city driving, the Kona is a really good proposition. If you like this video, please remember to share it with your friends, comment, like, subscribe, do whatever you want, interact with us. We're right here waiting for you. Tell us what to review next. Till next time, be good.
Perfect.